Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So we get an official announcement of that rumored Iron Man game. We take a look at the latest NPD sales for the month of August, and Nvidia announces their new line of RTX cards. We have that and more to cover, but before we get started, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so we can keep you up to date with gaming news. Now let's get started. So first, EA has finally confirmed that rumored Iron Man game is actually a thing. We have the headline here from EA.com. Marvel Entertainment and Motive Studio team up for an all-new Iron Man video game. And now this game is supposed to feature an original narrative, and the game is currently in pre-production phase, and we'll have more updates as we get further along in development. So basically all we have right now is just this little picture. Now the game is being developed at the Montreal-based Motive Studio, and there was a statement from Bill Roseman, who is the VP and creative director at Marvel Games. It says, "We are thrilled to collaborate with the talented team at Motive Studio to bring their original vision of one of Marvel's most important, powerful, and beloved characters. Their experience delivering both established entertainment worlds and thrilling gameplay, combined with their authentic passion for the armored icon, will fuel our quest to deliver a love letter to a legendary hero in the form of the Ultimate Iron Man video game." Now the game is supposed to be single player in a third-person perspective, and it will be an action-adventure video game. And development is led by Olivier Proul, who previously served as the senior producer on Guardians of the Galaxy while at Eidos Montreal, which I think is a good sign. I think Guardians of the Galaxy was one of the most underrated games last year. So we have this game to eventually look forward to, and they did say that they had many other titles in development as well. Next, we have the NPD sales for the month of August, and we'll start off here with this tweet here from Matt, who works with NPD, and it says, US NPD hardware, PlayStation 5 was August's best-selling hardware platform in both units and dollars. Switch has sold the highest number of units in 2022 thus far, while PlayStation 5 led the market in dollar sales. As was noted in July, both PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series again experienced double-digit percentage growth during the month when compared to a year ago. So we can see that hardware supplies have improved. And let's just take a quick look through some of the charts here. We have the August 2022 video game dollar sales, and of course the number one is Madden 23, with another new entry, Saints Row, coming in number 2. And an interesting note that Marvel's Spider-Man jumps from 84 to 3rd, and that's on the back of the release for it on PC. And the other new entry in this list is Soul Hackers 2, coming in at number 15. And as a reminder, the Switch doesn't report their digital sales, so those aren't included with any of these numbers. And then let's just look at year-to-date 2022 for the top 20 video games. We can see, of course, Elden Ring is still in the top spot. But it's amazing to see that Madden 23 jumped all the way to 5th for the entire year after just being out for the 1 month. I think that shows the strength of this title and how people just continue to buy it year after year. And then let's look at individual platforms. Over on the Switch for the month of August, we have Mario Kart 8 coming in at number 1, followed by Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And I think it's interesting to note that there were no new titles for the Switch ranking in the top 10 for the month of August. And let's flip over to PlayStation numbers for the month of August. Of course, we have Madden 23 at number 1, with Saints Row at number 2. And then the other new entry, Soul Hackers 2, coming in the 10th spot. And then if we look over at Xbox, we again see Madden 23 and Saints Row in the top 2 spots. And it's interesting to note that Forza Horizon 5 moved up, and that's probably on the back of that Hot Wheels DLC that got released. So although the numbers are down compared to last year, they're actually up compared to 2 years ago, which I think is a positive direction. Next, I don't really cover a lot of PC gaming stuff, but I thought this was notable. We have a headline here from NVIDIA.com. NVIDIA delivers quantum leap in performance, introduces new era of neutral rendering with GeForce RTX 40 series. So NVIDIA released their new RTX series cards, and they've got a chart here that shows 3 different versions. You have the 4090, which is going to be your highest end, and that's going to be $1,600 retail, and it's coming out October 12th. And then you have the RTX 4080, which will release in November in 2 SKUs. They have a 16 gig GDDR6X, which will retail for $1,200, and a 12 gig GDDR6X, which will cost $900. And these new GPUs are the Adia Lovelace, and it's supposed to improve ray tracing and have DLSS 3. Now, DLSS 3 introduces a new capability called Optical Multi-Frame Generation, which generates new frames and not just pixels, which gives a performance boost according to NVIDIA. Now, I'm not going to go into a deep dive on how all this technology works, but one thing you may want to do is keep an eye out for the 30 series cards to drop in price if you're looking for a cheaper upgrade. But they did show out this general relative performance graph, and you can see how the 40 series stacks up against the 30 series, and supposedly how much of a boost you'll get in next generation games. But one side note is that Portal with RTX DLC was announced, and it's free for Portal owners, and you can go ahead and wishlist that on Steam. This gives a huge graphical update to a classic game. Next, we have a bit of an update when it comes to PlayStation 1 games on the PlayStation Plus service. Now, if you remember, when the revamped PlayStation Plus service started to roll out in Europe, it was quickly noticed that PS1 games used the PAL version, which was what was originally released in that region. However, the PAL version runs 20% slower due to running at 50 Hz. Well, it looks like Sony has heard the feedback and is making some adjustments. We have the headline here from VGC. PS Plus's first classic PS1 game has finally added 50Hz and 60Hz region switching. So when Siphon Filter 2 is added this past Monday, as you can see here, there's now an option to switch between the NTSC and the PAL versions of the game. And this is a much better solution than what Sony had tried first, which was a patch to make the 50Hz version run at 60Hz, but that created some noticeable ghosting effects on the screen. So hopefully they'll go back and add this option to all the other games that are out and all the ones coming in the future. And then finally, let's take a look at the games coming to Game Pass for the second half of September. So coming out today, we have Deathloop, which was announced earlier, and this is going to be for cloud, PC, and Xbox Series systems. We also have Hard Space Shipbreaker on cloud and Xbox Series systems. And then on the 22nd, we have Slime Rancher 2 for cloud, PC, and Series systems, and this will be available day one with Game Pass. We also have Spider Heck, which is on console and PC, day one with Game Pass. And then Beacon Pines for cloud, console, and PC, also day one with Game Pass. And then on the 27th, we have Grounded 1.0 for cloud, console, and PC, followed by Moonscars for cloud, console, and PC, and this is day one with Game Pass. And then on the 29th, we have Let's Build a Zoo for cloud, console, and PC. And then we have Valheim for game preview on PC. And then finally on September 30th, we have the Game of the Year, Paw Patrol Grand Prix for cloud, console, and PC, and this is day one with Game Pass. But sadly, every time we have games coming into Game Pass, we have some that are leaving. We have AI, followed by Astria Ascending, Dandy Ace, Dirt 4, Dirt Rally, Going Under, Limnus Gate, Slime Rancher, Subnautica Below Zero, The Procession to Calvary, Unsighted, And then finally, Visage. And Dirt 4 is a pretty good racing game if you want to check that out before it goes. And drop a comment below if you have any other suggestions of games people should try before they leave Game Pass. And that's all we have for today. Did anything we cover catch your attention? Are you looking forward to getting a new RTX 40 series card, or are you just more excited that the other cards may come down in price? And you think we're starting to see an end of the supply shortage issues that we've had with this generation of consoles? Drop a comment about those topics or anything else we covered today. I want to thank you for watching and be good.